Alrighty, so we got that 55-gallon barrel, and it is 55. Alright, we got the 55-gallon barrel out here, and I went to the Harbor Freight store, got the item number 3352. We are gonna install this oddly ice-coated barrel before we bring it inside. It does have a plug in it. I have made a hell of a mess, so we're gonna pull this thing into the shop, set the camera on something, and figure it out. Got our other package here. There's some stuff on that piece of paper. We're gonna ignore that. So there's a little piece of plastic tape keeping that O-ring in. You want that O-ring in. When that O-ring wears out, right there, it is absolutely no fun, because every time you pump, just kind of squirts everywhere. You know, I ought to think about what I'm going to say before it comes out of my mouth. Yeah, I'll do that. So this just screws on there. A little biggie there. And what I do is when you're using it, you put it like that, right? But when you're not using it, you turn it up. That way, whatever's been right there rolls back down into it instead of dripping all over everything on God's green earth. So, switch hands here, because it's like Princess Bride, I am not left-handed. This is the extension tube here. It's got a gasket just inside there. And how this works, it screws into there, and it does so by pushing this down into there and revealing a set of threads. So I'll shake that thing up, and it just threads in there, and I'll go back and fix that a little bit better, but for film's sake you get the idea. And then these threads catch on the inside of that barrel plug. Okay, there's the barrel right there. Here it is. That in there, and it'll hit the bottom right there. So it hits the bottom, and it's got I don't know if you noticed, it's got some little indentions on that tube, keep it from sealing completely to the bottom. If you really wanted to, you could pull it back out and probably lift it an inch or two, but the idea, these threads are pretty coarse, and barrels have questionable lives as far as people taking care of them anyways, but it's pretty much in. We don't want to seal it all the way, actually, and there's a reason for that, because that back piece is still in. If I seal that all the way, as I pump it, it'll create suction in here. So, all right, and then just need to undo this here. It'd be cool if the camera would focus. That'd be really, really cool. There we go. You know, I own one of them, this is a packing nut. It needs to be not all the way tight, loose enough you can move it, but it will eventually leak from there, and you'll just tighten it up a little bit. Pull out the pin, put a shaky camera angle on it. Up. Washer, you know, that washer, the washer was in the truck with the rest of this. It was warmer than the outside, and tried to freeze to the top there. So I'm just gonna shove that on there. I know it's not on there right. And then let's make a mess here. There's no way that's hitting that, but Pumpity, pumpity, pump, pump, pump. Uh-oh. All right. Way to go, Harbor Freight.